What's going on, everybody? It's been a little over a year since my last language update. So let's do 2025's a language update. I'll talk about what happened since the last video, what happened to the languages I talked about in the last video, and we'll go from there. So last year I said I was studying interlingua and also dabbling with Japanese. I ended up getting pretty heavy into Japanese for probably about 6 or 7 months. And just like always, it fell off. All right, so those of you who've been following me for a long time, I've been on this channel for 9 years now. I'm all over the place with language learning. I'm all over the place. I do what makes me happy, and that's that. So I end up jumping around. So interlingua, what happened there, I think what kicked off my decline was Memrise getting rid of community courses on their app. I could no longer access all the courses I had made for interlingua, so I stopped using Memrise. Therefore, that was one of my main ways of, going over sentences and learning new words, other than reading here and there. So when that went away, it fell off. I didn't mean for it to, but it did. I've recently had some more interest in interlingua. In fact, I even got one of these, Interlingua English Dictionary. It's a second version. Yeah, this preface says second edition. Of course, the original I think was 1951. I think this one was printed, 1970 something maybe? I don't know, I'm not sure. I can't find the date on it, but I had wanted an actual copy of one of these, just because I like having old books, and it's just something I like. And I like to peruse dictionaries for some reason, and just having a copy of this felt like owning a piece of history, and I really like interlingua, and I just wanted to have it. So I was able to do a book swap with another fellow language enthusiast, and I got a copy of that. So pretty cool. These are some of the books I picked up since last year. I've got some national languages, Spanish and Hungarian, and one of my other big things I'm trying to do is improve my Esperanto this year. So I've got some books here. Netiel sed tiel chi, consilaro prestilo. I really want to improve my Esperanto style. I want my Esperanto to be bon stila, in good style. So I got this book by William Auld, Traduku. It's basically some kind of translation exercises going from English into Esperanto. And then I've had this book, but I'm reading it. You can see how far I am. I'm almost halfway through. And Hungarian was a quick little rabbit hole. I jumped down for a little bit, decided in the end, there's no chance I'm going to actually learn it. Why do I need to spend time with it? It's a lot different. Although being a European language, there are hardly any cognates with English, and it was just difficult. And realistically, I'm not going to get anywhere near good enough to speak it. Now, Spanish is the closest I've gotten to being at a higher level in any language that I've studied. So I decided I work with people who speak Spanish. I go to church with people who speak Spanish. I live in an area that has a large Spanish population. It only makes sense for me to finish learning Spanish. So that's what I'm going to do. And then, of course, Lipu Tempo. I'm learning toki pona at the same time on the side, dabbling with that. And then I've got some copies of Panorama, the interlingua magazine that gets published, every couple months or so. I like to support constructed languages and efforts. So I like to support these kinds of things. That's why I pay my money. I like getting the copies of them so I can read them, but I also like to just support that way, which is why I'm getting these. Of course, the only videos I've done recently are some shorts on YouTube and toki pona, just practicing toki pona. I enjoy toki pona. It's a really fun language to learn and to try to speak. It's almost like a game, trying to figure out how to say something, and then reading something and trying to figure out what is this trying to say. It's different ways to translate things, so it's interesting to see that, and it's pretty fun. I spent a lot of time on Discord when I was learning it, and so I pop over there every once in a while, but not as much lately. I really just kind of decided this year Esperanto, Spanish, and toki pona are going to be the three. Toki pona just improved by reading. Esperanto, really study to try to improve my Esperanto. And then Spanish, try to get to the point where I can speak a little more and maybe start having conversations with people I know that speak Spanish. I just need a lot of practice. I just need practice. But anyway, that's my plans for now. So I'll try to catch back up with you later and we'll go from there. Okay, thanks for checking in, and I'll see you in a little while. Okay, bye.